For more than a century, the Drummond family name has been synonymous with ranching in Oklahoma. It's a familiar name to any OSU cowboy, thanks in part to the skills and generosity of Frederick Ford Drummond.
He grew up in Hominy, part of Osage County, and was the middle of 3 children, and I think even my father would admit he was a spoiled child. But from all the stories I've heard, he had a wonderful, idyllic childhood. It sounded a little bit like the Little Rascals. You know, they spent a lot of time spinning tops and playing games and running around in groups.
Education has always been a cornerstone of the Drummond family legacy, and like his father, Frederick enrolled at Oklahoma A&M.
He was a 4-pointer, I think. If it wouldn't been for him, I'd have never made it. But he always tended class. The rest of us would cut class a little bit, and Frederick would bring us up to par. So no, he was a real good student, and just an all-around super guy.
Drummond was a top 10 graduate when he earned his animal science degree in 1953. He went on to serve 2 years in the United States Artillery before completing his MBA from Stanford in 1957.
After graduating from Stanford, my father came back to this part of the world and worked at United Missouri Bank in Kansas City, where he was one of the ag loan officers. And I think he enjoyed that a great deal because he was able to meet a lot of ranchers in Oklahoma, Texas, and Kansas while he would go pay visits to them.
It was on these visits that Drummond learned even more about the cattle industry. This experience, coupled with his education, equipped him well when he took over operations of his father's ranches.
I think the Drummond family is known for having a good work ethic, and he is no exception. He spent more time in the office than probably a lot of people would think a rancher might, but really running a ranch is running a business.
He's smart. He's knowledgeable. He's been there, he's done this, he's done that. Very knowledgeable and knows what he's doing.
With 4 children and his wife Janet in Pawhuska, Drummond became a commuter cowboy of sorts, making trips between town and the family's ranches he oversaw. He also continued in the banking industry, serving the Cleveland Bank for 50 years and the Ponca City Federal Land Bank for 37.
I think the part of banking that my father really enjoyed is the relationships. He gave him a chance to interact with a lot of customers, to get to know their stories, to help them out as we could, and I think that he felt it was a service to the community.
It was clear to Drummond the people making a living off the land were much more important than the land itself. At every turn, he did his best to support his workers and those in the local communities.
He had a good relationship with all the workers there. He was a people person, and I think he commanded a lot of respect among the cowboys. My father's always had the ability to talk to anyone and learn from anyone, and I always learn from him by watching how he interacts with other people.
The people of Osage County have always had a friend in Frederick F. Drummond. From the Cattlemen's Associations and the Rotary Club to the Library Board and the Nature Conservancy, he has offered a helping hand to many.
He's just a great guy. He's very knowledgeable. He's interested in not only OSU, but his community and state, the way things are going.
It's no exaggeration to say Frederick F. Drummond and his father have been 2 of the most impactful graduates of Oklahoma State University. Both men have served as president or board chair of the Alumni Association, and they're the first father-son duo to be inducted into the school's Hall of Fame.
Well, there's no better supporter or anyone more loyal to OSU than Frederick Drummond. Very, very supportive. It's almost a love, I think.
I know my father's very honored to be inducted into the OSU Hall of Fame. It means a great deal to be selected by some of his peers and people that he respects to be a part of a very elite group. I know he's extremely flattered, and it's just wonderful.
After more than 50 years, Drummond is still involved with the family ranches, though he's no longer an active manager. The impact he's made on our state and the ranching industry is clear, having been inducted into the Oklahoma Hall of Fame and named Oklahoma Cattleman of the Year. Although many may think the Drummond Ranch is Frederick's greatest legacy, he would say it's the friends he's helped and the family he's nurtured. It's the people, not the places or things, that have meant the most to him.
I'll never be able to thank him enough for his friendship and loyalty, and he's just a great, great individual.
If I could describe my father in one word, it would have to be gentleman. I think he embodies the concept of a gentleman in kindness, being courteous, intelligence, caring, and he always carries himself in a way that I think he embodies the word gentleman.
The perfect gentleman, an exceptional Oklahoman, and a loyal and true cowboy. Frederick Ford Drummond, 2015 Oklahoma State University Hall of Fame.